Grand Rapids Art Museum connects people through art, creativity, and design. And right now, they have an incredible exhibition that does all that and a lot more. Let's take a look inside.
The full show is about an 8-year survey of this remarkable artist's work. I call her an artist. She makes clothing, but it's just an amazing intersection of design, clothing, technology, material exploration. We were just so thrilled when we found out about the show and were able to bring it to Grand Rapids.
The exhibition is a traveling exhibition. It originally started in the Netherlands, where I work. And then it went to the High Museum of Art and now into Grand Rapids. And it shows the work from the very beginning till now. I started my label in 2007. And I think it's in total 45 looks. Plus videos, photography, and even samples of the dresses so people can touch the work as well.
It really moves beyond the art of fashion. She's an architect of design.
That's a great way of putting it. She's an architect of design. Early in her life, she was a dancer, and so she has this sort of really, I think, intense understanding of the body and the space around it. And then she just has a passion for knowledge and for collaboration. And that's what makes her clothing so unique and so exciting to see.
I think every time that we work with technology, we combine it with craftsmanship, and I think that makes it even more advanced than working with technology only. I think the beauty, to me, really lays in the combination between craftsmanship and technology. I think it shows the human factor and also the time we live in. I have a few sources of inspiration. I think nature is definitely the biggest one. Next to that, it's also art and architecture and dance that influences my work. I also work a lot with technology, but if you look at those works, you also see the inspiration of nature in it.
It's nature in sort of all of its manifestations, from the way water forms into ice, crows and the way they move, or another by refinery smoke hanging on the horizon. It's just astounding.
I think the beauty of the work is very much in that people can see different things in each dress. So I hope people use their imagination and to find their own stories within the dresses. But I find it very beautiful also if people see it without any knowledge, just seeing the work as it is in its purest form.
We have a design school here for fashion studies at Kendall College. What would you say to those students just starting their career?
I think we live in a time that is changing a lot. So there is not one way of doing things anymore. Especially in fashion, it's very movable. So I think it's very important as a designer to find your own path and to look at the time we live in and to make use of that. This dress is from my hybrid holism collection. It's inspired partly by the work of Philip Beasley, who is an architect and artist. And I collaborated with a designer, Julia Kuhner. And I think it very much captures my work because it combines the graphic with the organic. So it's made by 3D printing, but it's hand finished. So the craftsmanship and the technology really fuse together here.
She was actually the first artist, the first person in the fashion world to send a 3D printed garment down the runway. So that's pretty astounding when you think about it. And she has all kinds of really interesting ideas about how to follow up on that. She's talked about 4D printing, and she's talked about the idea of people being able to download files and print out their own clothing. She's talking about clothing that will change over time, and some of these ideas just seem so futuristic, but I think if anybody's capable of doing these things, it's her.
amazing.
Yeah,
detail is
so
incredible.
terrific. You know, and if you love fashion, you could easily spend hours exploring this exhibition.
Yeah, there's so many neat things to see, and I think you could recognize some of the biggest performers in the world where this, you know, we talk about Lady Gaga and some people that are very much showstoppers, because you see some of that, you say, where would you wear that? I don't think that it's meant for that. I think it's more about sculpture and creating these works of art that are not necessarily wearable for everybody.
Or all
but
the time.
They're beautiful, and they make a statement.
Yeah, and you know, and I think that for those of us who live here in West Michigan, we have come to understand, because of Art Prize, that art comes in so many different shapes and forms and types, and fashion definitely is one.
Yeah, you were so right. I could see Lady Gaga wearing that, Beyonce. It's something you'd see on the red carpet or at one of those big award shows.
Yeah, it's really a must-see stop for anyone interested in fashion, but also in the combination of art, technology, design, engineering. Each piece combines all of that and makes these just amazing pieces.
Yeah, that's right. And the Graham is hosting several free drop-in tours coming up in November and December. They're all an hour long. There will also be a lecture series with Professor Suzanne Eberly on December 10th. She'll explore how Iris van Herpen has been influenced by the long, exciting history of fashion, from Japanese samurai armor to 20th century haute couture. The exhibition is up through January 15th.
Yeah, very interesting. They've really transformed the third floor of the Graham. We were there doing some shoots for Art Prize, and we could hear the drills. They were doing, they made this beautiful gallery for these pieces to be seen.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, and if you're looking for something to wear to the Wood TV Christmas party, we can get some inspirations there. What do you think?
It's a little crowded there at the buffet. I don't know if some of those would allow me to kind of move around like I'd like to.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
You'll
you
get
know
some
what?
attention at the mic when you go up for karaoke.
For karaoke, exactly. So you know what? We are just getting started here on 8 West today.
But first, we have to take a short break.
That's right. We'll see you back here in less than 3 minutes, so stay right there.
Your all-access pass to everything West Michigan.